Minister, I'm going to ask you very specifically. So this is what Commissioner Leckie said in testimony at the MCC under oath, as you've said. I'm going to quote her. This is verbatim. I was asked questions from the Chief of Staff. Quote, will this be included? Are the details of firearms going to be included in this media event? End quote. I tell the Chief of Staff, yeah, you know what? It's going to be part of this big event. What's your response to that? Do you believe that she was lying about your Chief of Staff saying that?
No, but let me be very clear, though.
You have not been clear, sir.
Well, perhaps not to you, Ms. Stancho, but if I may. What you have just read to us was not my Chief of Staff giving any direction to the Commissioner of RCMP, but just asking what the RCMP had decided to do.
So you're not denying that your Chief of Staff asked her this. That's new.
Well, frankly, I don't know. You're talking about a conversation in which I was not party, but what you have just read to me is not in any way giving direction to the RCMP.
We're not asking about direction, Minister, and you're well aware of that. We're asking if pressure was put on the Commissioner, even subtly, from your office. If the Chief of Staff to the Minister of Public Safety, to whom the Commissioner is responsible to, if your Chief of Staff is speaking, it's on your behalf. And if she's asking the Commissioner, as you've just confirmed, you've not denied this, are those weapons going to be released? That is pressure. Do you not see that, Minister? That's why we are here today. That's why this saga has gone on for 5 months. A ministerial directive does not preclude political interference, Minister. Well, I will go on to ask a few more questions.
Want a response to that, I have one.
She also said, she made it very clear, and my colleague alluded to this, that she had to apologize to you. She said, quote, this is what it says in the audio recording, not being able to come through for the minister on the simplest of requests. Further on, she says, quote, I already have a request sitting in my phone that the minister wants to speak with me, and I know exactly what it's going to be about. So she looks like she's very responsible to you for this information not being released in the press conference, and yet you're denying that this never happened. You denied on the record in committee that you didn't even know she was going after this information, and yet she's telling her staff, quite indignantly, in an audio recording, that she's going to have to apologize for you for failing to deliver that information publicly. And you're denying that that ever happened. You're expecting us to believe that, Minister.
It's the truth, Ms. Stancho. And let me
so Commissioner Leckie is lying then.
Ms. Stancho, could you let the Minister answer, please?
If he would answer it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and I appreciate the opportunity to respond to that. To be very clear, the Commissioner of the RCMP I never spoke to her about this, and she never apologized to me. What she said to her subordinates is something you can ask her about as to why she said it, but I can confirm for this committee that I did not ask the Commissioner to do this. She never promised me she would.
Yes, you've
said that,
Minister.
There was no call outstanding with me, and in fact, at no time has the Commissioner ever offered any kind of an apology, because quite frankly, none was required.
So just to confirm, she was not telling the truth then. She was not telling the truth on that audio recording. You never called her after. You never spoke to her on April 28th. You never spoke to her on that day.
I have no recollection at all of ever having a conversation with her on that date or about that issue.
Did she ever make any apologies to you at any time during this saga in April 2020?
No.
She never made a single apology to you, because in the audio recording she said that would have been her 4th apology to you.
She did not apologize.
She's never apologized to you. So the Commissioner really was telling a long tale in this audio recording. Are you not concerned that the head of our RCMP is saying that many mistruths about you and your Chief of Staff, both on MCC testimony, in this committee, and to her subordinates as she's reprimanded? You have no concern that she was making that all up?
I can only come before this committee and tell the facts, which is the truth. She was not directed by me. The Commissioner has not apologized to me. It wasn't necessary for her to apologize for me, because she did not do or fail to do anything that I'd asked her. I will just conclude,
Mr. Chair, with my final 10 seconds. Again, Minister, we're not asking you about direction. We're asking you about political interference. Any request from your office would have been pressure, and that would have been political interference into the worst mass killing criminal investigation in Canadian history. And just on the record, you've denied all of the words that she said to be true, and yet you have not fired her. I find that shocking. Thank you, Mr. Chair.